Okay, my friends, we are back. We are getting down to the last couple of videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's video 21. There's only one more after this. Holy, and yesterday's exercise of like finding purpose, destiny, that whole bit is so exciting. So I'm really happy for you. You're at an exciting point in this journey. We're almost wrapping it up. Then we're going to move into some other really cool stuff and continue on your meditation, your manifesting, and all of that. So if this is the first video in this series you're seeing, of course, check out the whole playlist where I take you step by step through manifesting and quitting smoking. What I am doing is taking the book by Alan Carr, I'll put a picture here, which changes the game when it comes to quitting smoking, and I'm amping it up by using the tarot card. I do want to keep these videos real quick and give you actions each day. First thing I want to talk about, though, from Alan Carr's book, and I've touched on this recently, that smoking is not a habit, okay? You are addicted. And I'm bringing that up again today because a lot of people get stuck in the, it's a habit. They don't acknowledge the nicotine addiction, and that basically what they need to do is get over that nicotine addiction. And the rest is all about your mindset. Nicotine addiction is not a hard thing to get over. It's kind of like a hunger pain. It goes away easily. The rest of the things people complain about, and I have been there and done it myself, tortured myself as well. I've tried the patch, I've tried all different things to quit previous to this. And what we do is we hold ourselves in this pattern of believing it has to be difficult. I mean, there's a whole industry built on having you believe that it has to be difficult. So this is not a habit that you have to learn to give up. You give up things easily in your life when you don't want them, and you bring in new things when you do. All the rest of it with the whole willpowers and things like this to do or not do things in your life, it's kind of BS. Now, I can't get into that in this video and all of that, but the book is really good at bringing this home for you, and I don't make any money off it. That's not why I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you because it will really change the game for you, okay? I want to discuss the whole habit thing, the whole willpower thing and all that in the comments. Please, put whatever you're thinking or feeling below and we can really dive in deeper. But I want to get right to the action. So let's get to the action. First of all, using these tarot cards, the major arcana, we have brought ourselves to the card of judgment. Okay. Yesterday, we got to really figure out your destiny. And now this judgment card is actually you judging and making choices for yourself. Now it's time to live it, be it. So you had to scrutinize and decide, you had to brainstorm on some things, and now you're deciding the plan. That's what today is about. We know that success is in your destiny, following your path, finding your passion and your purpose. We know that. And we know that in order to do that, you had to get in touch with your higher self and universal energy. Today, you have to get real with yourself on, we've talked in the past about things you're going to have to let go of, maybe relationships that have to change, shifts you have to make in your life to get what you want. And fears come up with that. You've had to deal with those fears. And you've been looking at what you want to manifest and how it's going to come. Part of that is trusting that everything you've been doing in these exercises is allowing it to come if you're following through and putting in this time. And these things are not difficult. These things are all about raising your vibration and feeling good. Trusting that you're on the path is the first step. Next, you're seeing the destiny you're going for and believing in that and throwing yourself into it. And today you're going to make a concrete plan. You're going to focus in on the one that you love, and you're going to make a solid plan. And we're going to use meditation and journaling to do that. And this is how you're locking it in. And you're going to call that to the universe. You can say, this is it. This is how I want it. Now, this isn't in a constricted way that it's this or nothing. Okay? But you're giving the universe what you want in detail. So the whole time you're writing it, you have to keep your vibe up. If at any point you feel your vibe dipping or you're judging what you're writing in this plan, maybe you're starting to judge the how is it going to happen, because that's what really trips up most people. Well, I don't see how it's possible, especially if you're coming from one spot and going really far into some crazy big dream, which congratulations for you if you are allowing that to happen in your life. But that's going to bring up extra fear, right? So that's exciting, right? You're going to bust through a lot of fear blocks, and you're really going to have to remove a lot of limiting beliefs to actually realize that dream. This card is about that in that plan. So if you start judging the how as you're writing out your steps and what you want to take place, you got to stop and you got to raise your vibe. You can use the tips and tricks we've talked about along the way. You could do a virtual reality. I mean, you could do, if you've got racing thoughts while this is going on that are distracting you, you could put your thoughts in a box. You know, there's different things we've talked about. We can brainstorm some more in the comments, of course. So let's get to what you're going to do. You're going to start with sort of the meditation part of this, okay? Have your brainstorming sheets, and you're going to look at the one that you ran off on the best tangent with, the one that raised your vibe the most, the one that you're called to the most. You could even lay them all out in front of you, and just let your higher self and intuition take that one, okay? Now you're going to meditate on all those, you know, the colors and the thoughts and feelings and things that you put in that brainstorm about it. And you're going to allow a picture of an imagination to develop. And you're going to focus on your breathing, and you're just going to allow the rhythmic breath, and you're going to allow your higher self. You can even ask aloud, higher self, universal energy, I want you to join me in this meditation and help me create my destined path imagination. And I mean, you can use whatever language works for you, but what you're trying to get is that whole picture of the dream that you're dreaming, right? In a really beautiful way. Again, any judgments that come in, release them. We're not judging, we're imagining. We're allowing everything that you bring in, we want to be perfect, much like the virtual reality, okay? But let it all come in and see what it is. Once you've enjoyed that picture for a little bit, you've got a great idea of where you're going, then you come out of that and you start writing. And you're going to write the plan down. You know, how far away do we want the achievement of this? Is this going to take a couple of years? Is this going to take a few months? You know, be realistic. What kind of things will you have to give up? Where do you start the plan? Really let yourself enjoy every step of the process. As you're writing each step, you want it to empower the next one. And it's okay to take some time and do this. The key is high vibe every time you tune in and do this. So if it takes you a few days and you write a few steps at a time and you really want to just let it come to you, that's great. So when you're doing it, if you're blocked and you're like, you know, it's okay to spend a few minutes, but if you're just like, oh, I don't know, this just doesn't seem whatever, and your vibe's coming down, you get distracted and your vibe gets interrupted. Then you stop and you raise your vibe and you go back at it, okay? That's what's really important about this. I really want you to get the state you want to be in as you're writing this plan. And so you're going to write as much details. When do you want it to happen? What is it specifically? What are your roles? What are the roles of the people around you? Who might you need to find? You might not know the people that you're going to work with in this destiny, right? You might still need them. So maybe you're going to write their roles and you're going to fill in who that might be later. Maybe you haven't met them. Anything is possible here, and that is, but now you got to make a plan to make anything possible happen. And that's where getting real with yourself, and that's where the judgment card lies, because you're going to have to throw out some ideas, you're going to have to bring in some ideas, and if you keep a high vibe, you're going to do exactly what you need to do. And it's going to be exciting as you call it in. You can create a vision board in the brainstorming of the last one, or even in this one, to help guide you through how you want it to go. Give yourself a timeline. You could have some small goals as you go with the bigger dream at the end. This is all about you and your journey. So put it in the comments and let me know what you're saying. Once you have finished your plan, you can lock it in with a meditation of just feeling amazing. When you're done writing, just get that vibe high, just feel amazing. And then each day going forward, you can remember that plan. You can make lists of steps and things you have to do. You can take that master plan and break it down into small little bite steps. I can help with that. Just let me know. And really start to get towards that big dream. I mean, this is ridiculous, people. It's so amazing, and I'm so excited for you. So hit the notifications so you get all my videos. We're just going to keep building on this, and smoking's out the window. You're on to bigger and better things. So congratulations. Bye for now.